Hyphen magazine for giving me this opportunity and the rest of the opportunity to be able to highlight Asian American men, especially in this nation where we're so emasculated or whatever it's called, you know what I mean? So when I say people, y'all say power, people. Power! People. Power! When I say people, y'all say power, people. Power! People. Power! Exactly. Okay? So I'm gonna do a spoken word piece. Please forgive me if it flies by your head, but this is just my experience. It's war. And I ain't talking about the one in Afghanistan or the one in Iraq. I'm talking about the killing fields right here in the flats. Flatlands of East Oakland from Funktown to 106, where street pharmacists routinely provide fiends with hits. A quick fix to escape reality's bullshit. Where 9 out of 10 homicides in Oakland are drug related. But cases are piled a mile high, so it'll take 2 years before it even gets investigated. Prop 21 has our state titling our youth of color as gang affiliated. I never knew or never thought that it was a crime to have things in common with your friends, but then again, California's #1 in the nation to spend building one prison after the next. While more and more public schools can no longer afford to buy texts and good teachers leave because they can't live from check to check, government officials spend our hard-earned money flying in multi-million-dollar jets. And yet, you wonder why we can't get a good education and why it's so hard to get. Instead of preventing 50% of students from dropping out of school, corrections facilities manifesting a corporate business, creating a new modern-day slave plantation designed for me and you. And under law, convicted felons lose all rights. Prisons can enforce law to have your ass working all night. And don't forget about the 3 strikes. And nowadays, laws are so crazy, you don't even need a strike to get 25 to life. While all the older gang leaders are locked up behind the fence, it's easy to see who the new leaders are in my residence. You got 15 to 16-year-old gang leaders on the rise. It always seems like the outsiders are all surprised, like, OMG! What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? That youngsters out here is gonna make it in sports or rapping? You got middle school kids even packing 22s of mini 9mm around their waist. We got more people behind bars than most nations around the globe, and we on this state. Right? Yeah! Separate our state from the red, white, and blue, and California becomes the 6th richest country, and it don't take a fool to ask why we 48 in education. I guess it'll take 2 more years for another investigation, and that's some bullshit. It's some bullshit how's a knock on the door resulting in a 15-year-old Camus girl laying on the floor from a single shot in October 2003, excuse me. How we talk about getting free? How do we talk about getting free when there ain't no community? When I feel divided amongst my immediate family, and I know it ain't only me. How do I tell him that he could do better when a rejection letter from a CSU tells him that he can't go to school? What is a struggling men graduate supposed to do as he leans over his seat, dead from a single shot, like the shot that the system killed? How do I speak to my best friend's father about alcoholism? How do I speak to my best friend's mother about her gambling problem? How do I turn to my father and tell him, I love you? How do I love the mother that gave birth to me, but while she was pregnant with me, at 3 months she wanted to abort me? How do I love my mother that beat me for the first 5 years of my life? Am I just supposed to feel all right? Am I supposed to feel all right that the men population has the highest conviction rates compared to any other ethnic groups? Am I supposed to feel all right that Southeast Asian women have the highest rates of breast cancer because they live in toxic zones in Richmond? Am I supposed to feel all right that schools don't teach me shit about my culture and my people? So the question goes to you. How would you feel if you were Asian American? Thank you.